Greetings and welcome to Yarnspirations. I'm Mary Beth Temple for Life, and in this video we're going to take a closer look at the Crochet Mesh Market Bag. Now click on the link below to download the free pattern and you'll get some information on the materials that you need. I'm using Patons Hempster and a size G crochet hook. While you're down there, be sure to subscribe to the channel for fresh content weekly on knitting, crocheting, and other yarny stuff. But let's take a look at this yarn, let's take a look at this mesh stitch, and let's take a look at how to put the strap on. Let's get started. We've begun with chain 135. My piece, of course, is going to be a little smaller. And the first row is a right side row, and it says single crochet in second chain from hook. So we skip the one right up next to the hook, single crochet in the next one, and as you know, if you've watched any Yarnspirations videos, I like to put my foundation rows in the back or bump of the chain because I find it easier to see and count, and I think it leaves a neater edge. Now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip next 6 chain. So once again, I'm counting the bumps because I just find that easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are my skipped ones. Now it says slip stitch in next chain. So there's my slip stitch. So here's my first little loop. Now there's an asterisk, so we're going to repeat that across. So chain 6, skip next 6, slip stitch in next chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch in the next one. You're going to keep doing that until 7 chains remain. And remember, it's going to take you longer to get there than it will me, because I'm making a nice little piece that we can see on camera. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch in the 7th. Now, if I have counted correctly, and we're about to find out, I should have 7 chains left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay! Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 6. And single crochet in the last chain. And I'm not going to count out those 6 because I just counted to make sure I had 7. So I know if I put a single crochet in the last chain that I have skipped 6. So this is the end of the first row. You'll have that single crochet at the beginning of the edge and the end on those side edges, and these little loopy guys going in the middle. So on the second row we're going to chain 6, which counts as 1 double crochet and a chain 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch in first chain 5 space. So I'm just making sure that once you get going, it's a lot easier to see what you're doing. But there's my single crochet. So there's my first chain space. So I'm going to slip stitch in that chain 5 space. Now I'm going to chain 6 and slip stitch in next chain 6 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to do that all the way across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to that last chain space, and that last chain space is a chain 5, not a chain 6, as you may remember from our first row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat from asterisk across, ending with slip stitch in last chain 5 space. Remember that last chain space is a chain 5. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the last single crochet, which is way over here. So that is the end of the second row. Turn the work. For the third row, chain 1, single crochet in the first double crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, 5. Skip first chain 3 space, so this little sort of half space over here. Slip stitch in next chain 6 space. There's what that looks like. Chain 6, slip stitch in next chain 6 space. We're going to do that all the way across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch in the next chain 6 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it says repeat from asterisk to the last chain 6 space, which is this one, because remember that's a chain 3 space. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 6, and then single crochet in the last double crochet, which is actually the third chain of the turning chain 6. So this is our chain 6 right here, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3 and put our single crochet in that third chain. So this is the end of the third row. You can see that the third row begins and ends with a full chain 6 loop, and the second row begins and ends with a chain 3 loop. So you're going to repeat these last 2 rows until the work from the beginning measures approximately 22 inches or 56 centimeters, ending on a second row. So I'm going to just put in another couple of rows, but this is the second row, so I chained 6 at the beginning, which counts as a double crochet and a chain 3, slip stitch in the first chain 5 space, chain 6, go in the next space. We're going to do that all the way across. Remember, this is the second row again. I'm just putting a second iteration on here for those of you that need a closer look. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have our slip stitch in our last space. Remember, that's a chain 5 space. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Double crochet in that last single. So there's our chain 3 space at the beginning and the end. And then for that third row one more time, we've turned the work. We're going to chain 1 and single crochet in that first double. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch. Remember that first and last one is chain 5, but all the ones in the middle are chain 6. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is going to be the last one, so this is chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then single crochet in the third chain of the turning chain. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right, so go to town. I'm going to put some more rows on, and you should too, and then we're going to take a look at doing the top edging and the handle. Okay, the next thing I want to look at is the final row. So as I mentioned, we have gone the length that we needed to get, or the desired length, and we've made sure that we ended on a second row. So now we have to do the final row. So I ended with a second row, which you can tell because my last stitch is a double crochet. Turn the work, chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip first chain 3 space, slip stitch in next chain 6 space, chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slip stitch in next chain 6 space, and we're going to repeat that all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slip stitch in last double crochet, which is the third chain of the turning chain. So 1, 2, 3. Here's my slip stitch, and I'm going to end off. So the next thing you're going to do is fold the body in half. So I'm going to fold it this way. So I'm going to fold it in this way. Again, I'll end that off camera. So I'm folding it in half this way. Aligning the foundation chain, which is way down here, and the row that you've just done. And you're going to sew up the 2 side seams. You can sew them with a whip stitch, you can use a blanket stitch, or you could even crochet them up if you don't mind seeing that seam. But you want something sturdy because hopefully when you're finished with this bag, it'll get lots of use. So I'm going to go ahead and end this off, put my little side seams on, and then we're going to take a quick look at the top edge. Okay, I have done my little side seams and they're on the inside, and now I'm going to use my second color and I'm going to go ahead and put this top edging on. So it says beginning at side seam with the right side facing, so my seam's on the inside. Join A with slip stitch in chain 6 space at top edge. So there's my seam, there's my first chain 6 space. So I'm going to join with a slip stitch right there. Chain 1, 4 single crochet in the same chain 6 space. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my 4. Then it says asterisk 4 single crochet in next chain 6 space. Repeat from asterisk around, join with slip stitch to the first single crochet. You're going to have 152 single crochet. So of course I am not going to have 152 single crochet because my piece is much smaller. 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to do that all the way around. So I'm going to join that round with a slip stitch in the first single crochet, and then for the next row I'm going to chain 1 and single crochet in each single crochet around, joining that round with a slip stitch in the first single crochet. Then I'm going to repeat that second round until the upper edge measures an inch or 2.5 centimeters, and then I'm going to end off. So I'm going to finish my round here. I'm going to put just one more round on so you can see what we're looking at, and then the very last thing I want to show you is that strap. So you will have done this round in here until you got to the 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters as instructed. Then you would chain 1 single crochet in each of next 26 single crochet, and again I have far fewer because I have a much smaller piece. So you would chain the single crochet in the number of stitches it tells you, and it says chain 88 for the strap. So you have a big long loopy chain up here. And then it says skip 24, so you're going to have unworked stitches in here. Single crochet in each of the next 52 in your case. So you're going to single crochet where it tells you and then count the number of stitches. So then you're back on the other side. You're going to have that chain again. You're going to have that skip again. You're going to put your hook where it tells you, and you are going to go to the end of the round, join the round with a slip stitch in the first single crochet. For the next round we chain 1 single crochet in each of the next 26 single crochets. So you're basically single crocheting until you get to that chain. Single crochet in each of next 88 chain, single crochet in each of next 52 single crochet. So you know how I always talk about working in the back or the bump of the chain stitch? This is a really good place to use that technique because it's going to give you a nice neat edge. So the first one's a little tricky to pull up usually. There it is. And you're going to single crochet in each chain across. And you want to work in the chains, not the chain space, because you want that strap to have a nice sturdy edge. When we did the mesh, we worked in the chain space, not a specific chain, because we wanted to have a little movement in the fabric, but we do not want that movement up here. So see, there's the top of my stitches, nice and even. And there's the other side of my strap, also nice and even. So I'm going to finish that round, joining with a slip stitch in the first single crochet. And then for the next round, I'm going to chain 1 single crochet in each single crochet around, join with slip stitch to first single crochet, and you are all ready to go to market. So thank you so much for joining us here at Yarnspirations for the Crochet Mesh Market Bag. I'm Mary Beth Temple for Hooked for Life. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for fresh content weekly on knitting, crocheting, and other yarny stuff, and we look forward to seeing you again here real soon. Bye-bye!